Ah, flight. Humankind for eons has tried to harness its power unassisted, but to no avail. Until now.
Uh-oh.
Rumbleverse, a 40-player melee battle royale, will have you soaring, gliding, and floating until gravity eventually takes over, which then you'll either harness its power or suffer the consequences. Thanks, Newton. Today, we're going to review Rumbleverse. We're going to look at the goods, the can-be betters, and then give it a rating. Here we go. Let's start with the goods. Grappital City and its surroundings feel very, very diverse. From the inner city feel of the offsides to the more bougie Grappital Central and the suburban Bold Coast and Trophy Heights. Grappital City has very diverse areas, and it feels like every final circle is in a different spot on this map. This game allows you to play it however you want. Anyone can be a champion in this game with any combination of stat-enhancing protein shakes and any combination of special moves. Of course, as with all games, some builds make things easier than others, but for those of us who are stubborn enough to stick to one style or build, it's good to know that it's still viable in one way or another. Doing things in this game like punching, chopping, slamming, throwing, taunting, fighting, etc., etc., etc. feels great. Feels amazing even. I'm sure you've seen endless clips of someone getting chokeslammed off of a skyscraper for an absurd amount of damage, or someone ambushing a group of fighters with a meteoric elbow drop off of a huge edifice. That stuff is just plain fun to do. Victory in this game also feel very earned for the most part, and it is due to the melee nature of the game. You have to fight through 40 people, and even if you evade about 35 of them or so, you'll still be forced to battle at least one or two opponents to earn the belt. With everything this game does amazingly well, it does have some inconsistencies that really affect the experience of the game. So here are things that could be better. While I talked about how it's possible to win this game with any and all builds, there is one thing that I think needs some attention, and it's the weapons. Weapons are extremely powerful, so much so that if someone hits you with an unblockable attack and you dodge, the unblockable attack will recover fast enough to then do another unblockable attack while you're still recovering from your dodge. This feels a little out of line with the rest of the game. All aspects of this game have an answer to them. Attacks, you can block. Grabs, you can dodge. With weapons, it feels like there's something missing. It feels like there is no answer to it. And in a game where everything else has a clear answer, weapons having such a checkmate situation if you're unprepared feels off. Of course, minutes after recording the last segment, Grappital City's referees have announced that they will officially be taking a look at the Charging Star. So thanks, Sire Galaxy, for keeping an ear to the ground of your community. Way to go. Now, obviously, this game is 40 people in one match of different places, different hardwares, so it feels like having what we have already on its own is nothing short of a miracle from the guys over at Iron Galaxy. However, there are some instances where you'll be unable to punish or react to things because of inconsistent latency. It sucks because there's no clear solution. An interaction with someone with dodgy connection will absolutely ruin your game. Latency also causes such bizarre interactions that'll prevent you from hit confirming due to hit registering after a combo window is over, or you won't be able to react to a tackle or grabs or hits that will land from seemingly miles and miles away. Lastly, the geometry. What I mean by geometry are all the models of the buildings, trees, and all the obstacles around Grappital City. Some buildings will cause you to fall while climbing for no reason, which is extra frustrating when you're either chasing someone or trying to escape someone. Mantles will sometimes not actually get you on top of obstacles, so you would just mantle into the air and then fall down to the ground and waste all your stamina, ruining any and all semblance of a game plan. Inconsistencies like these tend to cause frustration because it feels like those things are completely out of our control. Losing because of a mistake or because of a dumb decision feels fun in a weird way. But losing to something that just feels unfair or feels out of control usually tends to take the wind out of the game's sails. With all this said, Rumbleverse feels like a home run, a grand slam, a slammin' good time. Everything a fighting game fan wants to see, but in a much larger scale than we've ever seen before. In my opinion, you should play this game in a 1st to 4. It's a great game, but it's got some inconsistencies that will unfortunately ruin the amazing experiences. All in all, if you're someone who likes fighting games, your only option is to download this free game and play the hell out of it. This has been my review of Rumbleverse. If you agree with it or not, that's your own problem. This is my opinion, and you had to sit through it. Sucks to be you. This game can absolutely be improved on, and I can't wait to see what comes next out of the folks over at Iron Galaxy. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit all the likes and the subscribes wherever you are seeing this, and I'll catch you next time.
What a spectacular victory! I don't think I've seen anything like that final fight in all my time as your host of the Rumble.